타이밍이다. 와. This is my lunch or slash breakfast. So I learned that fruit and vegetables is what should take up like 70% of our entire diet. And like humans ourselves, like we aren't made to digest any type of protein that is to be coming from meat. Yesterday I was like reading so much articles and watching a lot of YouTube videos about why humans are not made to eat any type of protein like coming from meat, because our teeth, like we only have like what, 4 canines, and they aren't super sharp like carnivore. Going back all the way into history, we've been only eating vegetables and fruit. Our entire digestive system is made so that we can digest those berries, those vegetables, those leaves, those greens. But like right now, all the commercials, there's so much papers on what is good, what is bad. Oh, people should eat milk. Oh no, milk is bad for you. And like all these shit. Even before, I think like talking about tobacco, there was so much arguments on that. And whenever there's so much arguments and when there is enough information to create confusion, basically people just do whatever they want. And so I think that has come to a stage where there's a confusion for every single type of food. And so now anyone just goes and eats whatever they want to eat. And so I think it's really harmful, like the time period that we're living in. Even when I go onto YouTube, any commercial ads, even to the grocery stores, I feel like there's way more processed food than there are with natural food. So I mean natural food, like the ones that don't have any labels on them, you know, like these kind of fruit, like you can tell like, okay, that's an apple, okay, those are grapes, like you don't need any title on them, you know. But flour per se, milk or chips, like all of them are bagged, all of them are boxed, and they all contain like all these like preservatives. They've been processed, and these things, they make our bodies rot. I read this in a documentary, and I'll leave the link down below. Basically, they found a human body from like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they got the remnants of the teeth and jaw. Surprisingly, those teeth did not have any bacteria infection. They didn't even have dentists and stuff. And so the question is, how were their teeth so healthy? But that's because they didn't have any sugar, they didn't have any chocolate, like jelly, Coke, whatever. Like imagine what those types of like processed food, all the sugary foods are doing to our body. If the impacts are that great on the teeth, like imagine what they're gonna do in your like cardiovascular system and whatnot. And so I think it's really important. And so I'm going to try to incorporate like a veggie slash fruit diet into my life, like maybe around 70%. And these are the only type of fruit that have like a 70% water level, and or 70% of our entire bodies are made up of water. So I think it makes sense that we are what we eat. And so if we eat just sugary foods, then our bodies are just gonna be like cramped up with sugar. But if we eat these vegetables and fruit, we'll stay in the natural place that we are in. So hopefully, coffee is bad for you too, not because of caffeine, but like the way that coffee is roasted. It's being burned, and when it's being ground, that also make different chemical reactions. So these chemical processes are what harms the food, and in result harms us. So yeah, it's kind of scary. An apple a day makes the doctor go away. 진짜. 야, 2시간 안 힘들었어? 또 한 번 더. 이거 뭐냐, 이거. 이거. 맛있겠다. 아, 티. 우리.
귀여워, 이쁘다. 인스타 올리는데. 인스타 올려도 돼?
Cheers!
괜찮지 않아?
너무 웃겨. Cheers. 퍼펙트 타이밍이다. 와.
너무 감동.
나 솔직히 이것만 기대했어. 그러니까 내가 나도 사실 막 너무 모르니까 그냥 이것저것 찾다가 뭐 제가 야너 세모 스티커 네모 스티커 막 이러면서 저 세모가 뭘까 보는 거 같아서 나 세모 아닌 거 같아 이랬어. 나가면서 20만 뷰. 와. 오 마이 갓. 야 나 이거 빡세게 하지. 스티커는 나 한 번도 해본 적이 없다고. 그래가지고 Dude, it's so pretty. Oh my god. 야 대박. 야 미쳤다. 내가 벤츠를 간 적 있어. 근데 괜찮더라고 진짜. 그래서 아빠 산다고 그냥 데리고 오셨어. 진짜 너무 괜찮아. 내가 벤츠. 와. 아빠 스티커 너무 좋아서.
아, 나 진짜 너무 좋아.
진짜 누가 CS 많이 할까봐 더 택스.
아니, 실수가 너무 아닌 게 지금 이거 한 출시된 지 한 5년 지나고 지금. 너무 행복하다.
이거 무조건.
나 예뻐 없어.
아 그래? 나 아예 아이패드 살 때 닷컴에 다 써.
아, 진짜? 에어팟 썼어, 에어팟 프로 샀어.
아이패드 같이 왔다.
그때
나오자
두둥.
어떻게나.
야, 이거 가로로 찍었잖아. 너무 좋다.
두둥.
너무 좋다.
조금 옆에 하면 너도 나와.
아, 이렇게? 오, 좋아.
뚜름
오, 아.
이뻐. 아 이뻐시네.
아, 헐. 대박. 너무 좋다.
방금 들었어?
아, 대박.
이제 케이스도 사야지.
아, 나 이거 생으로 들고 다닐까 했는데.
진짜로?
아 진짜 케이스 왜 안 사?
케이스 살까?
응.
케이스 뭔가 마음에 드는 걸 못 샀어.
아.
그래.
좋겠대.
그럴 수 있어.
아.
오.
와.
와우.
예.
뚜름.
나이스. 그거 해줘야지.
예뻐.
아, 이렇게?
아.
이게 뭐죠?
에어팟.
설명해 주셔야죠.
에어팟.
에어팟.
Second
Second
generation.
generation.
아, 너무 좋다. 왜냐면 내가 프로가 있는데 이게 너무 아파, 귀가.
아,
너도
노이즈
그거
캔슬
어.
때문에?
그래서 너무 힘들어서.
음.
아, 야, 너무 좋다.
찍어줘.
근데 이걸 불을 붙여야지 않을까? 와우.
시작. 생일
축하합니다. 고마워, 여러분.
저거 해.
고마워, 여러분.
소원을 빌어야 해.
소원을 말해봐. 부르라고? 알았어. I spent my birthday today with some friends, with my boyfriend, and just went out and had good things to eat. Went out on a walk, and yeah, that was good. It just kind of feels like birthdays don't really seem, I guess, a big deal anymore. But I think it also came from the fact that birthdays seem to be special, and I felt like I had to make it be special in some kind of a way. And so I think that was a little like burdensome for me. But I just kind of realized it's just a day to celebrate with friends and family. Really sincere congratulations and like, oh, happy birthday from like my parents, like my friends is enough, and I don't really need to do anything. So when anyone like asks me like, oh, did you do anything special? Oh, did you eat like something good? I'm just like, yeah, but it's like any other day, you know? And so I think there's just a lot of change in me that I think happened just in terms of like thinking about birthdays and what that means to me. But I think it's just any other day, and maybe just an occasion where I can thank my friends, thank my family, and spend extra time with them. And of course, yeah, it's good to have a special day, but I don't think it should be like, oh, I'm sad because, you know, I didn't see any friends, or like, oh, I didn't do anything. But I think Christmas, New Year's, and birthdays are just kind of those seasonal or special occasions where I feel like I should do something, feel like I should go traveling. But yeah, it's not, you know? So I think this year has been some year full of recognizations and new beginnings, and I felt like I should drop all the norm and like stop all those habits and really care for myself more. Yeah. Excited for my next year. Ordered some packages from iHerb and Amazon, and it's just like organic stuff. And I decided to make my own skin care and lip balm products. So let's see what's inside. I've used this before and like it's so good. It's like so moisturizing, and I've just used this as like toner, but I think I'm gonna probably use this as like moisturizer, and I'll put on this and some coconut oil on my face as my daily moisturizer. And so I'm gonna see if this works well. Yeah, it's the unscented one, alcohol free. About like products, and they put in, you know, like paper instead of those things, you know, air plastics. I bought some brows because my brow tattoo has gone away, so it's from e.l.f. So I bought a Manuka honey, and it's the first time I've tried this, but we'll see how good it is because I've heard so much about it. And I'm gonna basically create a lip balm out of this, so hopefully that. And this is coconut oil. Actually, this is pretty like big. I didn't expect it to be this big, but good thing I didn't order like the 1 pound one, because this one is like 473 pounds or 470 milliliters. Yeah, looks good. Huh. Interesting. Yep, so that's what I bought.
Oops. 나 아이폰 XS.
나던데?
X 아니야?
나 XS.
봐야지. 아 그래?
시원이가 사줬는데?
얘가
XS?
XS를 고집.
아 펄퍼. 오.
케이스를 뺐더니 너무
아 맞아.
다들 귀여워.
여기
아, 예쁘다.
다들 여기로 이거 누가 들고 있어주면 안 되나?
시네?
나는 속을 비워서
하는 거
아니,
언제
아니.
나게?
왜?
좀 잘해라. 많이 안 했는데.
Healthy food. Woohoo! So I got my tripod. It finally came, and I ordered it from like AliExpress. And so it's just like a very small one, and I just like it because it's so tiny too. Yeah, this is what it looks like. I ordered it in white, and it's from Ulanzi. And so this is just like the iPhone I guess holder, but if I detach this, then you can just put any other like camera on top of here. And this ball can be controlled with this one right here, so you can just like, you know, go back or like front and then adjust it that way. And so yeah, I think it's very simple, but hopefully it'll come in handy. So I rarely take naps, and but today I took like a 3-hour nap from like 6 to 9. And yeah, I don't know, it was just so tiring. And for the past 3 days I've had 5 different interviews and like 3 more recruiter calls. So just like this entire process has been a headache, and just kind of scheduling them and rescheduling them along with imagining what I would be like working at that workplace. And of course, I think it's just very natural to have an order or a ranking with all the companies that I'm interviewing for. And so it's been hard because recently I've received not an official but like an unofficial offer letter asking if I would be okay with, you know, all these like compensation packages and stuff. But honestly, it's not the best workplace or the best work environment, because they're wanting me to work around like 12 to 13 hours every day for 6 days of the week. And so I know that I won't last long if I were to go there, and it's also out of state than the current state that I'm living in. So I'm just trying to gauge and see. But there's this one company that I really want to go to, and it's not too far from here. And I'm gonna do an on-site interview with them next week. So I hope I can maybe make that. And today I've made a final decision with a company to drop out of their interviewing process because I realized it's not really the thing that I'm currently looking for. So that I think that has been a little stressful on my side, but after sending them an email saying, like, explaining, okay, like, I've thought a lot about it, but I realize it might not be the best choice to, just go through this entire process. And, like, thank you so much for all your time, for coordinating, and all the time that the interviews have also put into this interviewing process with me. And so after sending that email, I think I feel so much better, but at the same time, I just couldn't hold myself to really study. So that has been a little hard on my side. Yeah, hopefully I can study some more tomorrow. I want to sleep, but I just can't. Yeah. Good night.